Just this morning, the newest trend graphics reports for the city of San Mateo were just released. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a live reaction as we go through the newest data coming up on this Bay Area Housing Market Minute. The Bay Area housing market has been on absolute fire. This is not front page news. And today I'm going to be going over the data, the newest data reports for the city of San Mateo, live for all of us to see in real time what's going on. So I have no idea what to expect here. I mean, I kind of have an idea of what what to expect here, but I'm going to be looking at these numbers with you in real time. But before we get into the data and the numbers, if you're a home buyer in today's marketplace and you're looking for a comprehensive data set to assist you with your home buying decision making, you can text the word data plus the neighborhood or the city or the zip code that you're searching in, and we'll send that data straight to your inbox. And if you're a home seller in today's marketplace and you're looking for a data set to help make the decision for you or help you make a decision as to whether or not this is the right time to sell or what should you price your property at, all of those questions will be answered when you text the word data plus your property address to the number down below, and we'll get all that information sent straight to your inbox. Okay, so this is the newest report, as you can see, published here in September. Last month's numbers. Wow. Okay, so my first initial reaction is, holy cow, inventory levels dropped off 20%. That I was not expecting. Usually in the summertime, we expect a ramp up in inventory. So to see not just a little dip, but we're talking a significant dip in inventory. That is a lot of inventory that's missing, and pending sales continue to rise. So what you're seeing here on your screen is active inventory measured relative to the amount of pending sales, which is represented by the red line. Inventory levels are represented by the light green line, and then sold is represented by the dark green line. So clearly there is a growing disparity, a growing delta between the amount of homes that are pending in San Mateo and the amount of active inventory. This is actually this is not common. We're not seeing this in a ton of areas in the Silicon Valley marketplace right now. Usually in the summer, we start to see those lines move together. In other parts of not just San Mateo County, but in the entire Bay Area, we are not seeing the lines move apart. We're seeing the light green and the red lines move closer together. So this is very interesting. Pending sales continue to rise, so the demand continues to climb. And we're seeing a fall in inventory. This is very strange. I'm curious to see how this plays out over the next couple of months, because right now what this data is telling us is that the San Mateo marketplace is getting hotter, not colder, not what a lot of other news pundits would have you believe. This is going to get nasty for buyers. Let's see. Okay. Well, just right off the bat here, a couple things to note. The green line, the green little squiggly line there, is sold price to list price ratio. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight months, we've had sales price to list price ratio over 100%, which is a recipe for a compounding effect on prices. And even when you go back past, what was it, December of last year, then there were another 1, 2, 3, 4 months. So in other words, we've had a year of sustained growth. And then over the last, 6 months or so, 106, 107, 107. So these are sales price to list price ratios that cannot just be explained by underpricing the home a little bit. Like, you can justify that by saying, yeah, the market is just conditioned to price under, because when you price under, you're not pricing under 10%, at least not most agents. So this is definitely a recipe for a white hot market. And I mean, this is also represented by the orange lines as well. I mean, it's only taking 17 days for homes to sell in San Mateo. That's not a lot of time, especially when you consider that this is all the residential properties, which includes duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, and condos and townhomes. This is not in the single family sector. It is virtually guaranteed that is way lower in terms of days on market. And the sales price to list price ratio could even be higher than that in just the single family sector. So very interesting. Last thing that I want to look at right now is the absorption rate. Yeah, so that is a big ramp up between July of this year to August, we're looking at nearly a 50-point increase in absorption rate. Now, absorption rate measures the amount of closed sales versus inventory. And obviously inventory dropped off in August. So it's not surprising to see the spike, but to see it is eye-opening, to say the least. Because, I mean, let me put it in perspective for you. We could literally see the number of sold properties cut in half, and we would still be in a seller's market. Meaning we could take away half of the demand, half of the buyers in that marketplace, and it'd still be a seller's market. If you are a buyer that's on the fence and you're thinking, wow, like now might be not a good time to buy because it's so white hot, I would argue that it's quite the contrary, because not only is this data showing that the market is good right now, it is showing that there is enough buffer in the marketplace to sustain small incremental decreases in demand or incremental increases in supply, which essentially means that for the next 6 to 12 months, unless something catastrophic happens in this country, I would expect to see the San Mateo marketplace continue to have sustained equity growth over the next 6 to 12 months, which means buying now is a sure bet investment over the next 6 to 12 months. And by the end of those 12 months, your investment is virtually safe for the rest of time. That is how much this marketplace is appreciating month over month over month. So this is now an incredible time. If I'm just looking at the data and looking at the numbers objectively, this market's not going anywhere anytime soon, which should bring some comfort to home sellers that are thinking, wow, should I get it on before the holidays, or should I wait until maybe earlier next year? Waiting earlier next year may not be the worst decision if it works better with your timeline, because I don't see the marketplace going anywhere anytime soon. For more Bay Area housing market content, be sure to subscribe to my channel. This is Danny Gould, everyone, selling Silicon Valley. I'll catch all of you in the next video.